Hello once again, YouTube, and welcome back to another movie review. Yes! So, I've just uploaded, by this point, by the time this video goes up, I will have uploaded all my Blu-ray and DVD update videos. I'm pretty happy with the collection that I've already started. It's really coming along really good. I know I don't have as much as like Falcon, Trey Pass, or Aaron Pan, or as many as other people, if I could, like, I'll just turn you and you can see what I'm talking about. Like, there's my TV. I see down there. That is all my loose DVDs. So you can see what I mean when I say I've got a lot of loose DVDs. Let me try to stabilize you guys there. There we go. You good? You fine? All right. Good. Let me put this closer to my mouth. Now, I do want to ask you a question because I noticed in one of my videos that's been uploaded already, is the audio good? I would just like to know your guys' feedback, so please post comments down below on what you think about the audio. It may be that I have my laptop mic on at the same time that I have this mic going, but you know, and just for anybody that is wanting to get turtle beaches just like mine, I'll show you the amp here. These are PX22s and they are really good. They are really good. Like this right here, you can control like your mic and stuff, and you can also mute yourself, the bass, the treble, and you can listen to music and stuff at the same time. Like you plug in your Xbox controller there and your headphones here, so I could listen to music while talking to you guys. I just don't know where the connector is, but anywho, we're gonna get away from that and get on to what this video is going to be about. And I figured, why not start off with my most favorite, newest Blu-ray that I've added to my collection, and it's going to be Titanic. Titanic Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. Now, Titanic, as you guys know, I'm a Titanic fan. I love everything about the movie, about the ship, anything Titanic. I'm just a Titanic freak. And a lot of my friends, like, call me, I don't know why I didn't say they call me. They probably don't understand exactly why I like it so much. But when I was little, every year, at least one time of the year, Titanic would come on TV. And I was little, but I'm still intrigued by big ship. And then this big ship sinking. And then my mom bought this informational, like, book about everything, pictures, stories, and I read it and I started studying it. But the movie really, really helped me to understand what it could have been like, what it was like on that to Titanic that night. Through, from them leaving, I think it was London, from them leaving England to actually the ship sinking, them getting on the Carpathia. I think they got on the Carpathia, and then to Ellis Island and everything else after that. The movie here really does illustrate that. And you don't necessarily have to get the Blu-ray version. You can get the regular DVD version. But I saw this for $10 in Walmart, and I just could not pass it up. It was just way too good for me to pass up. And for those of you that have not watched Titanic or are not familiar with it, it opens Rose here. Well, it opens on this research team, and they're trying to find a safe in Titanic. And the safe is supposed to hold this big blue diamond called Le Coeur de la Mer, or the Heart of the Ocean. And it's a big blue diamond. It's supposed to be really valuable. Really valuable. And this research team is wanting to find it. And they find the safe, and they get it up to the ship, and they realize it's not in there. And where could it be? And they found stuff in the safe, and then they're washing off this picture of a naked woman. And it turns out it's Kate Winslet's character. But it's, Rose Dawson. Rose Dwitpicator at the time. And she's an old woman by this point. She's like 100 years old. So she's watching TV that day, and then Rose sees it on TV, and she calls the guy up, says, "This is me." And he invites her to come on to the research ship and then go down to Titanic and tell her story. And she starts telling the story of how she got on Titanic, how she met Jack here, the troubles that was going on in her life, and how she wanted to escape all these troubles, and how Jack and Rose fell in love on the ship, and how Jack changed her world by showing her, like, it doesn't matter how much money you have. And this is actually a really good lesson all of us need to, like, take to heart. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter doesn't matter if you have the most fancy cars, the fanciest clothes. If you have a good heart and you know how to have fun, you will most definitely have a good life. I mean, I'm not saying, don't get a job and have money to support yourself. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying Jack really shows her, at one point they go to dinner, and it's a real fancy dinner, caviar, wine and stuff like that. And Jack is like a fish out of water at that point in the movie. He's a poor guy amongst all these rich people, and he doesn't know what to do. And he sees all these forks and spoons and stuff on the table, and one of the women, what was her name? Oh, I can't remember her name, but I know she's supposed to be on Mike and Molly this week. I know that much. I can't remember her name, but she's Molly Brown. She plays Molly Brown in the movie. And she tells him, start from the out and work your way in. And at the end of the dinner, he leaves Rose a note saying, "Meet me at the clock." And she meets him at the clock, and then she goes to a party, and it's just nothing but drinking, music, dancing. And Rose pretty much realizes at that point, I love this way of life. I don't want all these parties. I don't want all these restricting clothes. I don't want to be confined to a husband who doesn't even love me. He abuses me. And it pretty much seals the deal for her and Jack. Like, if you've watched the movie, you know, but it pretty much seals the deal for her and Jack. Excuse me. And it really shows, the film really shows just how frightening it could have been on the ship that night. I mean, people started on this journey to America to be free, to have a new life for themselves, for their children, for their grandchildren, for their great-grandchildren. And most of them died on this ship. Most of them died on the ship. Some tried jumping off into the ice-cold water and died on impact. Some froze to death. And then some made it and were traumatized. I mean, the final word with James Cameron really does illustrate how the ship sank, and it's really informative. I urge you all, to go watch it. It's called The Final Word with James Cameron. Google it, look it up on YouTube. It's really informative if you really want to know how the ship sank, because they really go in depth, and I really found it fascinating. And there's one thing that I want to tell you guys. It's right here on the front with the ship sinking there, and it's right on the back right here with the ship sinking. They actually filmed that in an abandoned nuclear tower. I did not know that. I think they covered that in the special features. And it's really cool because I never knew that. I went for years and did not know that. I thought it was awesome. And James Cameron, he wrote it and directed it. This guy, James Cameron, is a phenomenal director. He directed not only Titanic, he directed Avatar, and I'm not sure what else. But Titanic and Avatar are two of my most favorite movies. And I need to get Avatar on Blu-ray. And if anybody out there wants to help me get Avatar on Blu-ray, I will most definitely be grateful. I would do my best to try to send you something back, because I like to send stuff as well as, receive stuff. I don't want to just be a taker, but I definitely recommend Titanic. It's an awesome film. It's an awesome film. I know love stories aren't meant for everyone. I'm not much for love stories, but this one, it's really more than a love story. I mean, it is focused around two people that just happen to meet up. People from very different walks of life. It was more like a 1900s version of Romeo and Juliet, almost. Poor, rich, poor. And all the people that just influenced them. Like Rose's mother did not like Jack. She hated Jack. I think of like nowhere in the movie does she like Jack. And I know that might be a spoiler, but she really does not like Jack a lot. I mean, none. Rose even quotes in the movie that her mom looked at him like a dangerous thing and said that must be squashed immediately. And that just really shows just how much like she did not like Jack. But see, Jack doesn't really care. Jack takes each day by day. And Rose is in this world of I have to get dressed for parties. I have to go through all this work just to go to supper or go to dinner. It's just not me. And she didn't want to do that. And Jack convinces her to have this whole new attitude on life, to be adventurous, to go out there and live life, and he promised her. And this is something that a lot of people misquote that kind of gets me agitated to a good degree. At the end, where she's on the door, or when he promises her to never let go, the promise that he wanted her to never let go of is that she would die an old woman with grandkids and children. That's why he wanted her to promise to never let go of. Not to never let go of her on the door, but to never let her go of that promise. And that's what a lot of people misquote, and I just want to set the record straight because it definitely needs to be set straight. Can I get an amen on this, people? Yes, I think I definitely need to get an amen. So, my final, and I'm going to use Falagar's rating system here because I do think it's easier. If I had to give this a score of up to 5 stars, I would definitely give it a 5. James Cameron did a phenomenal job. I cannot really find anything wrong about this movie, really, at all. Nothing. I'm a huge Titanic fan, a huge Titanic geek, and I urge all of you to go out there and buy this movie. It's a really good movie. I definitely recommend you to add this to your Blu-ray or DVD collection today. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please hit that like button, share with your friends, and thanks for watching.